front to back.
Front to back.
Discard. If you're a rookie, discard. Don't try to do no folding. You're going to mess up. Front to back. Don't ever come back to front. Front to back. Discard.
Yes.
You got male TV.
Got a bed looking like Grey Goo. Lit up like a crystal ball. That's cool, baby. So is you. That's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie.
So let's talk about staying clean, and I want to clear up some misconceptions around douching.
Okay.
So it's a no-no for me.
Definitely a no-no.
It's a no-no for me. I was taught that it was a no-no. I'm glad about that. I remember having an argument with a girl in college about, no, you're supposed to douche every month. And I was taught well about pH balance, and how in certain things in your vagina, even wearing certain underwear, can throw your pH off. So, and we talked about this, one of the reasons why douching is bad is because your body already has its own pH level, and anything, especially things with like perfumes and dyes and things like that, chemicals and harsh products will throw your pH off. And I understand how some people feel like it's meant for good, it's gonna make me feel fresh. That may last for a day or so. Give it a few days, sis, you're gonna have an odor because your pH is thrown off. So what are your thoughts?
That's definitely true. Even in anything, like you said, with tampons, which now we're coming into a time where everybody is doing all natural things. So you do have all natural tampons.
You do.
And sometimes depending on the situation, you may need to use a tampon. But I don't think that that's something that you should definitely be doing throughout your entire time of your cycle. And not on a regular basis. Tampons, maybe if you're going to the beach or you're going swimming or you're going out for the evening, the ladies on their cycle, and so that's convenient for their time. But definitely, and whether it be an all natural tampon or something else, is definitely not something that you need to use on a regular basis for every cycle that you have. But anything inserted into your vagina can throw your pH off. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tampon. Having sex can throw your pH off. If a person is wearing tight clothing, that can go to a yeast infection. So, and what a lot of people don't realize is you need to let your vagina breathe.
You do.
It needs to get air, just like every part of your body needs to get
air.
Your scalp. Your vagina needs to get air. So, and a lot of people may look like, oh, even when you're on your cycle, your vagina still needs to get air. Closer towards the end of your cycle, especially if a lady is a heavy bleeder, as your cycle lightens, it's nothing wrong with just having a towel and take a old towel and make sure that you double it up on the bed or something, and just lie on the bed and because even with wearing pads all the time, that can cause issues.
It's keeping it enclosed.
It's keeping too much enclosed.
It's keeping it enclosed.
Your vagina needs to get air. It needs to breathe. Douching is a big no-no. Tampons are, it needs to be situational. It needs to be situational. But most definitely not douching. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. Ladies that are getting these IUDs, the different type of birth control that you're on, that has a lot to do with it. Especially with the IUDs, that can cause a lot of yeast infection. Because you have to think about, you have something inserted in your vagina that can stay in there for 5 years.
And it's foreign.
It's foreign.
It's foreign.
So your body is all confused on what you need to do.
Because it's not supposed to be there.
It's not supposed to be there.
It's not supposed to be there.
And now they're doing a different method of getting your tubes tied, where the insurance companies are pushing this, where they don't want to do the old form of tying your tubes where they just go in and do what they have to do through your navel. Now they want to put it's something that they put in you, but they claim that once they put it in, it can't come out. Don't let anybody insert anything into you that cannot come out.
And I'll say this on that, the money isn't in the cure. With the healthcare industry, the money is in finding a problem and then trying to find a way to treat that problem.
Exactly.
Don't let anyone
put anything
inside of you. And so stay away from douching. The vagina, the beautiful thing about it is a self-cleaning organ.
Right.
It takes care of itself.
Right.
There's things that we do to manage it.
Right.
So what I suggest as far as bathing, and I'm going to talk about sitz baths, but as far as bathing, use water. Water. Every now and again, if you're going to use like a summer's eve or something like that, just for like a outside, because that is not for internal use at all.
And to be honest with you, I really don't suggest using it for the outside, because a lot of people fail to realize how sensitive the vagina really is. And even the mound, your mound, what you put on the mound of your vagina can end up penetrating to the inside.
Yes.
So you definitely need to be, I always tell ladies, the vagina wasn't designed to smell like flowers.
Right.
And
don't let no man make you feel bad. Right.
It just wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't designed to naturally smell like
And everyone
that.
has their own scent.
Everyone has their own scent. And I mean, you will
it's
know.
not a bad scent.
Right. Exactly.
It's just a scent.
Exactly. And you will know. And I mean, you will know. Your body's going to let you know if something is wrong. But for the most part, I suggest staying away from those as well.
Right.
Do something that is as natural as you can possibly get.
Right.
And a lot of things that you can use for your vagina can be found in your kitchen.
Exactly.
I'm getting ready to start making Yoni bars.
Okay.
And so that's the soap that is strictly for your vagina.
Okay, good.
And so that in addition to, and so basically most of the same herbs that go into the steam will also go into the Yoni bar as well.
Right. Right. So right now, if you don't have any natural products, before you start ordering from Natalia, if you don't have any natural products, use water.
Water is the best.
Water is not gonna hurt your vagina. Child, invest in you a good detachable shower head. It can serve for multiple purposes. But yes, and so just let the water flow. And I suggest don't be afraid of your vagina either. Use your hands, use your fingers. I stay away from like washcloths on my vagina. Just because they hold bacteria, and I don't even trust, even when I wash it, I don't trust the bleach to do what it do.
And a good point to make with that is something that I have learned, especially since I started school for aesthetics. It's best to use multiple towels when you are washing. Have a towel that's specifically for your vagina.
Yes, and
even if you wash, because a lot of people be like, they have a certain routine as to how they wash their body. But for ladies, just as when you think about it, you need to have a towel. When you get in the shower, you at least need to have two towels. And one of those towels needs to be specifically for your vagina only.
Right. And when you use that towel, don't use it the next day. Discard it.
Please
okay?
discard.
Because when we hang our towels up to dry, it captures bacteria. And you don't want to...
the same thing goes for drying towels as well. Once you dry off and that towel is wet, don't hang that towel up to dry. Throw it out in the dirty clothes.
That's why we do laundry. Okay?
That's why we do laundry.
That's why we do laundry. So, water, stay away from douching, and sitz baths. So, some people, this old school, would douche with apple cider vinegar.
Right.
Apple cider vinegar is good for your body.
Right.
Not necessarily going up inside your vagina.
Right.
And so you can like pour like a cap full. It's very potent. So just a cap full in your bath water and just soak. That would be good. Like if you have any odors. And one thing I want to say about odors, while it's on my mind, if you have odor that lasts, that you can't get rid of just by bathing, go see a doctor.
Yes.
You could have some type of infection, possibly.
Right.
And please don't run out to the store and start buying products. Now the doctor may give you antibiotics. I'm not a fan of antibiotics because they can have some reverse effects. But you could have an issue, and I think that's when I used to, counsel young girls when I was working at foster care. When we would have like the group meeting for the teen girls, they thought everything was Summer's Eve. I forgot the other brand. That's what they would use, and these girls had issues, and that's not nothing over the counter.
These were younger, right?
They didn't know any better.
Right.
They bounced around from home to home, lived with different women. Different women took care of themselves differently. So, they just was doing the best that they could. But it's important to educate our young girls.
That's right. And that your child is never too young, or even if it's not your child, your niece, your sister, a friend's child. Girls are never too young to learn how to properly take care of their bodies.
Right.
You can never start them out too young.
When they start taking care of their bodies, meaning being potty trained and going to the bathroom on their own, when they start cleaning themselves on their own, that's when they need to know.
Exactly.
That's when they need to know. When they start going in there and bathing and showering by themselves, that's when they need to know.
Exactly.
They need to know those things. And even when you're teaching your young daughter, even if she's 4 or 5 years old, start off with a doll. And this is how we're gonna clean ourselves. We're gonna go from front to back.
Right.
Front to back. Discard.
Right.
Get some more. Never back to front. Because what you're doing is you're bringing bacteria up to your vagina.
And then never, once you go front to back, don't go front to back and back up.
Right.
Like you said,
front to back, discard. Okay. All right. And so that's just a small tip of just keeping yourself clean on a daily basis.
Right.
And we also talked about sex can throw off your pH balance. Yes. And it's important after sex to, I always tell young girls, make sure you urinate. Go pee, especially
before and after.
Before and after sex, urinate. If whoever you're sexually active with, y'all do y'all business. You don't know what's inside you, girl. Go get that out.
Right.
Go get that out, and pay attention to how your body reacts to different condoms. Pay attention to how your body reacts to lubricants, especially lubricants, because guess what? That's going inside with the penis.
Exactly.
And so there could be 2 things that can throw you off, and you don't even know which damn one. Is it him?
Or is it the lubricant?
Or is it the lubricant? Or is it the condom? You don't know. So, a good lubricant is coconut oil.
Yes.
It's natural.
Yes.
It's natural. And have your own. If you have coconut oil in the house, like I use coconut oil for everything. I use it on my hair. I use it on my lips. I use it on my skin. I use it sometimes to cook. So if you're going to have coconut oil for a lubricant, make sure you have it in its own separate container. Yes. Once you put your fingers in there and do whatever, don't put your fingers back. Don't put it back. Don't double dip, sis, okay?
Don't double dip on
Get it up. What you think you gonna need? You know what's going on with you. And do that.
Right.
And that container, so you ain't running in the kitchen being nasty. Okay? Using what you cook with to get out. Girls fucking do it. And a nigga don't care.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't healthy. Don't do it.
And we can talk about steaming and like when is the best time to do it. So
yes.
When's the best time to steam?
So the best time to steam. So let me first start off by saying, steaming for me is something that I feel like it should be a very personal thing. Now since steaming has become quite popular, you will see where ladies do like a steam parties and the whole, sister circle kind of thing. And that's absolutely cool. But if it's something specifically that you're trying to achieve, if you know that you're steaming because you're having some issues with your vagina, then that's personal. You need to that needs to be your me time. And so I always tell my clients that the best time to do your steaming is when you are going to be home alone, or when it's a time that you know you're not going to be, nobody's going to bother you.
You're not going to be disrupted.
That needs to be your me time. You need to take at least 2 hours
Block
of
that
your
off.
day, block that off, and that needs to be your me time, because you need to have time to prepare your herbs, get your steam together, and then once you've gotten everything prepared and done, while you're steaming, take that time to journal. Take that time to drink warm tea.
Yes.
Take that time to just meditate.
It's good self-care.
It's great self-care.
Great self-care.
Shut off social media. Don't look for anything to Google. Not get on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Just take that time as specific me time to just get in tune with yourself.
Right.
Meditate about the herbs that you're steaming, using to steam, what you want that to do, what the purpose is of the steam, and what you're actually doing.
Right.
So the best time to steam is when you're gonna have at least a good 2 hours to just be alone and to just have me time. And one thing that people think also about herbs, and so I need to clear that up about steaming, this is not to cure anything.
Right.
If you're already having abnormal discharge, please don't steam.
Right.
And also,
See it out.
if anything is inside of you, so it's an absolute no-no for ladies that have IUDs.
Right.
You cannot do it.
See,
If
you
you
already
are
have that.
pregnant, you cannot steam.
Right.
If you're on your cycle, you cannot steam.
Right.
Don't steam with anything inside of you.
Right.
If you are a woman that wears a Yoni egg, you need to take the Yoni egg out.
Right.
Nothing needs to be in your vagina, needs to be free of everything when you get ready to steam.
Right.
And the most important thing is picking a quiet place and having the time to be able to go ahead and do your steam. And always clean your area just to have the energy clear for what it is that you're trying to achieve. So I go ahead, before I get ready to steam, I steam in the bathroom. But before I get ready to steam, I always clean the bathroom up. I don't care if I clean the bathroom the night before. Before I get ready to steam, I'm going to clean the bathroom.
You want to be in a clean, sterile place.
You just want to be in a clean, sterile place, and you just want to have you want it to be a refreshing environment, so that you can move forth with what it is that you're trying to do with the herb.
Right. Think of it as a spa day for yourself. That you're treating yourself. And if you went into a spa, like in a community, you would want it to be clean and prepared for you. So that's the same space you want to create in your home. Make sure it's clean. And steaming is the detoxing of the vagina, the womb.
Right.
So it's taking everything that's in that needs to come out. So it's very spiritual.
Right.
So it is a good time to meditate, to reflect, pray, listen to music, journal. And like I said, it's excellent self-care, because while you're taking care of a physical part of your body, it's also spiritual as well.
Yes, emotional. You'll be surprised at with steaming, the emotions that it can bring out, especially depending on what type of herbs you're using, because all herbs are not used for the same purpose. So you have different herbs that you're going to use after you come off of your cycle. If you're just doing it just because you need to be refreshed. Herbs for ladies that have just had babies. Herbs for women that are going through postpartum. Herbs for ladies that are going through menopause. Different herbs, you achieve different things with different herbs, and you will find a lot of backlash about steaming is, oh, it's impossible for herbs to, they not getting that far inside of your vagina. But you think about when you go to the gym, you sweat.
You do.
It's detoxing your body.
It is.
When you sit over steam, it's causing you to sweat.
And
it's
it's
detoxing your body. It's
Right.
pulling out. And so the steam is opening you up for what you have put inside of this water to penetrate inside of you.
Right. And another thing I want to address that made me think, some people that's, opposed to doing it. Let me talk to my church folk. It's herbs.
It's herbs.
It's okay.
The same herbs your grandmama used.
The same herbs Eve used, girl.
Right.
Okay.
It's the same herbs.
Like in the biblical days, they couldn't run to Walgreens and get no Summer's Eve.
This is what they
and
use.
North Farms and all that other type of stuff. They use what was that God gave them.
That God
the
gave
things
them.
that were already in the land. That's what they use. The herbs are natural. This ain't no hocus pocus, heebie-jeebies, goddamn Harry Potter, nothing, okay? It's all natural, okay? Everything got damn voodoo, okay? Niggas get scared of stuff that's natural. And we get on my goddamn nerves. So, everything got voodoo.
If you do yoga, it's voodoo, honey. I mean, come on now.
This be getting on my nerves. Girl, you trying to educate these folks. But we'll go down to Walgreens and CVS and get these harsh chemicals.
Yes, stuff that you can't even pronounce. 5 different syllables, and you still don't know what it is, right? And you feel comfortable with that because society has set us up to we have been conditioned to. It's fine to do that, but something that's natural that came from the earth, something that God put on the earth, that people be like, oh, I don't know.
But with drink tea, you can steep these same herbs you can steep in drink. Exactly. You can sit over it
because and that's one thing that people are not aware of is that it starts from the inside. So like a lot of the one of the herbs that I put in the blend is chamomile. Mm-hmm. So I also am steaming with chamomile, but then while I'm steaming with the chamomile, I'm also drinking it as well.
Right. Good segue into nutrition. What goes in comes out. So be very mindful of your diet. Drink water. The same way you clean with water, drink water. Because what comes in comes out. And if you're a heavy soda drinker, alcohol drinker, heavy meat eater, processed foods, and
sugar.
And especially sugar. It will show up in your urine. It shows up in your sweat, actually. And, we know when we get sweaty, we stink. Because that's everything that we consume is coming out through our pores. Same thing with your urine. If your urine has a strong smell or urine is going to have a smell. But if it has like just a strong smell, your vagina is going to have
a strong protein odor. Especially the people that are heavy
like
meat
a copper type smell.
Yes.
Right.
Then you definitely need to be mindful of your diet. And make sure that you eat plenty of fresh fruits.
Fresh fruits and vegetables.
A lot of green leafy vegetables are really good for your vagina. Garlic is good for your vagina. Pineapples, beets, mangoes, sweet potatoes, kale, carrots,
yogurt is really good, especially the unflavored, the natural,
like a Greek yogurt, good because it's a good probiotic.
Foods that are high in probiotic are good.
Yes. Even what do you call it? Fermented. The fermented drinks are good, and fermented foods as well are good for your vagina. And it helps to keep your pH balanced, and you will notice the difference. You will notice the change, and your partner also. Especially if you are receiving oral sex, you'll notice the difference. If you're eating a lot of salty foods or a lot of sugary foods, a lot of processed foods, you taste like what you're putting in your body. You do. Most definitely making sure that you eat fresh fruits and vegetables, and you're supposed to drink half of your body weight in water every single day. Although I know that is kind of hard for some people to do, especially if your job you're not able to go back and forth to the restroom. But green tea is good. Also, black tea is another thing that's good for you to consume to help with your vaginal health and to just keep your pH balanced and level.
Right. So make sure that you manage your diet. Like we said, fruits are awesome. Juices.
Yes.
Juices. If you like something sweet, smoothies are good because it can give you the nutrition you need and it can satisfy that sweet tooth.
Yes.
Like she said, leafy green vegetables, garlic, and occasionally I will take like the garlic capsules. If you just want those people that just love to buy stuff in the grocery store, I like the garlic capsules because I don't get like a lot of fresh garlic intake. But garlic is good as well. And like we said, yogurt. So be mindful, like all those Cokes, Sprites, Pops, all of that. And I'm not saying don't ever drink it. But what goes in, monitor the intake. What comes in is gonna come out. So that's that on nutrition. I want to talk about clothing and underwear. And we talked about how the vagina needs to breathe.
Yes.
I know you want to be cute. But that little nylon stuff down there, rainbow, baby, and the little lacy stuff is cute. And I'm not saying don't wear it, because there is a time and place where you wear it, but it's not
just not all the time.
Right. And typically when we want to wear stuff like that to be cute, it's for a certain purpose and it comes off.
Right.
So maybe like 30 minutes to an hour we wear it. But you need to wear cotton drawers, because the cotton allows for the vagina to breathe. The vagina sweats just like all part of our body sweat.
Yes.
It will absorb that moisture.
Yes.
And because if the moisture sit there, which it will in lace and nylon and other fabrics like that, if it sits there, you're gonna have like some bacteria going on down there. pH thrown off. Here comes an infection.
And I'm gonna tell you something that I started to notice with ladies. And ladies need to be mindful of this, especially if they're getting waxes. A lot of times, ladies come after work. You don't have time to go home and shower or bathe or whatever. But if you are working in like a corporate setting, I don't think that a lot of ladies know that if you have on pantyhose, then you don't need to have panties on too.
Right.
And pantyhose and too tight pants, because everything is gonna be locked in, and then once you take it off, it's everybody in the room knocked out. Don't do it. If you're wearing pants to work and you have pantyhose on, don't put panties on too.
They're pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
Hello, Brahman education. They're called pantyhose. Okay. And I'm not knocking nobody, because everybody don't know.
Right.
But that's a good tip.
I mean, a lot of people, especially depending on how you came up, that's what you know, okay? Just put I teach my daughter now, at night,
right,
when you get ready to go to bed, let Miss Nancy air out.
Let her
breathe.
Yes.
Let her get some time.
That's the best
to
time.
Breathe. That's the best time, because you're free of anything actually touching it. Maybe putting your nightgown on.
Right.
So let it breathe. So that that's one of the things that we don't realize. And ladies be like, oh, she ain't got no panties on. She nasty.
Right.
Now sometimes it depends on the clothing, it depends on the attire.
It does.
But make sure that you're not wearing things that are too tight for you, because then that's where you go into the yeast infection. That's where you go with the bacteria infection.
And chafing to material contact, and that rubbing, and you walking, or you at the club dancing, and you're irritating. You're irritating,
and
girl.
It's gonna cry out for help, because it wanna know what's wrong. What you doing for me? What we got going on down here? What's going on?
You gonna be laying up on that with them stirrups and with them legs.
Right.
Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. No one can take, and this is what I used to teach children in school. No one can take care of you like you.
That's right.
You know all of your needs. Now, all of us don't know how, but I think that's why videos like this is important.
Yeah, very much so.
It's important, and not even just for young girls, just women, because not everyone knows how to,
And some people were not. Some people weren't taught.
Right.
Some people just had to figure it out on their own. Some girls, some women, now never had anybody to sit down and actually, walk them through the process. Or even if they didn't have anybody to sit down and walk through the process, just what they saw in the ladies that they were in the household with their mothers or sisters, they didn't have good examples of how we should properly take care of ourselves. And as you get older, you have to do a little extra.
Right.
You can't do the same thing that you did when you was 10. Right. And, or even a 20-year-old, once you hit 30, you gotta do some extra. It hit different. So you have to do different things. Your body don't bounce back in place like it used to. 30's gonna let you know for sure that you're not gonna snap back like you used to when you was 25. It just don't happen. 30's gonna welcome you. 30's going to welcome you and let you know that you are 30. And it's some different things that you're gonna have to do.
And so in developing your routine, understand when your body's like, nope. Change your routine.
Exactly.
Find out what's not working And then try to, get you a routine centered around
let's going back to just having cycles. Menstruating. Since I've gotten older, I've had to change the brand of pads completely. So now I go with just an all natural pad is what I wear. But what I started to notice as I got older, the pads that I would wear, they started to irritate me. So maybe after day 2 of my cycle, I'd be irritated because it was the brand of pads. And then be careful too about the different pads that you have, because these pads have all these dyes and chemicals and stuff in it.
They do.
So just be
and the
mindful.
material of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just be mindful. But definitely, with your clothing, make sure that you have enough room to move around down there.
Right.
That is getting the air that she's getting the air that she needs.
Right. So don't be afraid
breathe.
to not wear underwear when it's appropriate.
Right.
Especially when you're going to bed. You're resting, she's resting.
Exactly.
And if you get about at least, let's say, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, then that means it's getting 7 to 8 hours of just no contact and just air. I also wanted to mention, so we know better to not use soap on our vagina, but even when you're washing, let's say even your upper body in the shower and that soap drains down, you need to be careful of that, because you can become irritated and throw your pH balance off of that, especially if it's very sensitive. So that's why you need to be mindful of just what type of body soap you use, because it can still have contact with your vagina. All natural soaps are best. I love the Honey Pot company, and I use their unscented soap, the body wash. So even if it runs down, it's okay, it's fine. So some people use Dove. I don't care for Dove on my body. I'm just super afraid of what's gonna touch my vagina. So I'm mindful of that. So the Honey Pot, and it's black owned. But you definitely gonna hit on your
black-owned business.
Yes, and so with that said,
for sure.
I want to do a giveaway. Tell us about the services you offer.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw 3 out there. You'll choose which one you want. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna first thumbs up this video, sis, or bro, because you might want to get your girl together.
That's right.
If you watch it, sir, I commend you. God bless you.
Right.
Shout out to you.
That's right.
You're going to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down in the bottom a good takeaway that you got from the video, and we'll select from there, or I'll let you select.
Okay.
So talk about the services you offer.
So the services that I offer waxes, I offer facials, I do vaginals. For those that are not familiar with a vaginal is actually either a mask for the mound of your vagina, or a steam. You would steam, like if you get in a facial and you steam your face, you're going to steam your vagina as well. Now, what I'm seeing the issue with people that are doing the vaginals, if you are a lady that gets waxed and you get Brazilians, once you get your Brazilian wax, you need to wait 24 hours to 48 hours before you get a vaginal with steam, okay? The reason being is because the steam helps whatever product you're using, it helps to penetrate. Steam opens you up. So it's helping whatever you put on it to penetrate even deeper. Right. So if you just gotten a Brazilian wax, then you don't need to put any steam on. You don't need to even get in the hot shower. You don't need to sweat for 24 to 48 hours, okay? Because then you're opening your body up to cause more issues. So vaginals, back to the vaginals, you can do a vaginal with or without steam. After my Brazilians, after I perform a Brazilian on a client, I like to do a vaginal with just the mask. Okay. And it helps, after you've gotten a Brazilian done, that's traumatizing to the mouth area, okay? I won't sit and tell people that they are the best thing ever, as far as you are uncomfortable for at least 15 minutes. Yes. But it's not anything that you won't be able to take. But afterwards, I like to go ahead and do a milk mask for the vagina. and that helps to soothe it. Yeah, it helps to soothe and calm everything. So that's what a vajacial is. So I offer vajacials. Another thing that I didn't bring up, and I forgot to bring that with me, but I make skincare products. So I also make body butters and sugar scrubs. Ladies, let's start exfoliating our vagina. When I do Brazilians, I see a lot of dead skin down there, and a lot of people are not aware that we, as women, we get dead skin in the mouth area of our vagina. It's skin. You need to exfoliate at least 3 times a week. You should be exfoliating your vagina as well. The mound of your vagina in between your creases, your bikini line. Yes, you need to exfoliate. So I offer sugar scrubs as well. If a woman is coming in to get a Brazilian, if you're getting a wax, you don't need to have sex. You need to wait 24 hours afterwards. And again, that goes back to sometimes everything can get a little hot, sweaty, and steamy. Yes. You just had a Brazilian done. Now what's gonna happen? You opened up, you're irritated. Right. So, those are things that you definitely want to avoid. Would be sweating, heat, that type of thing after you've gotten a Brazilian done. But I offer Brazilians, I offer facials, I offer vajacials as well as body wraps, back facials, and all of those things, especially with the back facials and the body wraps. I use my own products to do that because you have to use scrubs and body butters to perform those services.
Right. Okay. So those are the services. You comment down at the bottom. I'll let Natalia select, and once you make your comment and just tell us whatever takeaway you got from this video, just say which service you want. And if you're in you have to be in the Memphis area, okay? Yeah. My people in Baltimore, don't try it, okay? Don't try it.
You can travel to come and see us, though.
Right. She'll be glad.
Some barbecue or something.
Right. And so, just comment down at the bottom. Give us your takeaway. Say which service you'll like. And if you're in the Memphis or the greater Memphis area, so they can be our Mississippi, Arkansas, Memphis people. You're eligible. So, y'all thumbs up this video. Subscribe. Follow me at YouGotMail_TV on Instagram. And follow my girl at...
Yes, at Butterlove Essentials. And that's on IG and Facebook. At Butterlove_, at Butter_Love_Essentials.
Perfect. All right. So, thank y'all for attending our class. Our 101. Maybe we'll be back with what's that, the 101? 201. All right. So, this was just the basic. All right. We're going to keep elevating this. Right. Education is important. And listen, Yoni is not a little voodoo word. Okay? It's just another word for the womb. Don't start. Look, folks ain't going to hell for everything.
Right.